We're all about growth here, right? But sometimes we need a little extra push to really get us going.
Yeah, for sure.
Today, we're going to do a deep dive on 2 tools that can really help us out with that: vision boards and visualization techniques.
Oh, awesome.
And we're not just going to talk about, dreaming big. We're going to look at how we can use these tools to see those obstacles coming
Oh.
and figure out how to get past them even before we get there. I mean, wouldn't that be great?
Yeah, absolutely. That's like having a cheat sheet for life.
Exactly. So let's start with vision boards. I feel like there's a lot of misunderstanding about what they actually are and how they work.
Yeah, people think it's just like slapping some pretty pictures on a board and calling it a day.
Right. Like a beach house, a fancy car, $1 million. But it's so much deeper than that.
It really is. It's actually kind of cool how it ties into the way our brains work.
Oh, really? Tell me more.
So there's this part of our brain called the reticular activating system, or the RAS for short.
Okay, the RAS. And what does it do?
Well, think of it like a filter for your brain. It helps you focus on the things that are important to you at that moment.
Oh, interesting.
So when you make a vision board and you've got those images and words that really speak to your goals, you're basically training your RAS to be on the lookout for opportunities that match what you want.
So it's like you're giving your brain a treasure map, and it starts pointing you towards those hidden X marks the spot moments in everyday life.
Exactly. And it starts noticing things you might have missed before.
That's so cool.
And here's the thing. The key is to make it personal. Don't just use generic stock photos. Find images and quotes that really resonate with you.
Yeah, like those cheesy stock photos of people laughing in a field of flowers.
Haha, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, those can be inspiring, but find what truly speaks to your heart. This is about what you want, what drives you.
Love that. Make it your own. And our research also talked about mixing long-term dreams with short-term wins on the board. Why is that so important?
Well, it's all about keeping that momentum going. Seeing those short-term wins, like finishing a project or learning a new skill, or even just sticking to a healthy habit.
Right.
That shows you that you can achieve things, and it gives you that boost to keep going after those bigger goals.
It's like celebrating those small milestones along the way.
Yeah.
Keeps you energized for the long haul.
Exactly.
And I think this is key. Our source also suggested making your vision board a part of your daily routine. Don't just create it and then forget about it.
Oh, for sure. Spend even a few minutes each day looking at your board.
Yeah.
And don't just glance at it. Really immerse yourself in those images.
Okay, so how do we do that?
Ask yourself, what feelings do these pictures bring up for me? What can I do today to get a little closer to making this vision a reality?
I like that. So it's like we're actively engaging with the board, not just passively looking at it. Okay, so vision boards are great for setting the overall direction. But our deep dive also uncovered the power of visualization for dealing with those, let's be honest, inevitable obstacles that life throws our way.
Ah, yes, obstacles. We've all been there.
Right. But imagine if we could practice overcoming challenges in our minds before they even happen.
That would be game-changing.
That's the power of visualization. It's like having a mental rehearsal for those tough situations.
Exactly. And what's really fascinating is that our second source for this deep dive really digs into how to do this effectively. It emphasizes that when you visualize yourself successfully getting through obstacles, it builds resilience, and it helps you develop that problem-solving mindset.
Okay, I'm really intrigued by that problem-solving mindset. What does that actually look like in real life?
Well, it's about developing those characteristics and habits that help you face challenges head-on. Approaching those problems with curiosity instead of being afraid of them.
Oh, that's a good point.
And then breaking them down into smaller, manageable steps.
Right.
Brainstorming different solutions, and being okay with trying things out and learning from mistakes.
So it's not just about seeing yourself succeed. It's about seeing yourself navigate the entire process with a clear head and a can-do attitude.
I love that. And it's important to remember that we all face setbacks, right?
Oh, absolutely.
It's not about pretending everything's going to be perfect, but about preparing yourself mentally to handle whatever comes up.
Yeah, you got to be ready for those curveballs. One thing that really stuck with me from this source was the emphasis on emotional control, like actually visualizing yourself staying calm even when things are tough. Because this can really help you develop that ability to manage your emotions in real-life situations.
Yeah.
Which is so important when you need to make good decisions under pressure.
It's like training yourself to stay grounded even when there's a storm raging around you. And what I find so cool is how vision boards and visualization complement each other. The vision board sets your overall direction, and visualization helps you prepare for those specific bumps along the way. And here's the thing, it doesn't stop there. The source encourages us to think back on those challenges we faced and compare them to how we visualized things.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Did we handle it the way we thought we would? What worked well? What could we do differently next time? That reflection helps us refine our visualization techniques so they become even more effective.
It's like a continuous loop of learning and growing.
Hmm.
So we've seen how vision boards and visualization tap into different parts of our minds to help us achieve our goals and handle those unavoidable obstacles.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
But here's a question for you all to think about. What's one obstacle that you're dealing with right now? And how could visualizing a positive outcome change the way you're approaching it? It's definitely worth a try, right?
Absolutely. Even just a few minutes spent creating a vision board or doing a visualization exercise can have a huge impact.
Yeah. So give it a shot and see for yourself.
You won't regret it.